Why, hello there, and welcome back to Entertainment Hangover. In case you forgot, I'm Marshall, and I'm a big, dumb DC nerd. And a new Injustice 2 video came out today, so we gonna take a look at it. So it's a good to be bad trailer. It features a bunch of the villains that are gonna be coming to Injustice 2. I will put the link to this trailer in the description. If you do want to check it out for yourself, it does have two character reveals, but it's mainly just gameplay. It's similar to the, I don't remember the official name, but I call it the waifu trailer because it was a compilation of Catwoman, Cheetah, Black Canary, and Poison Ivy. But this is roughly the same thing. It's mostly, I would say mostly a hype trailer, I'll call it that. But let's get into it. DC Desert Games Development Studios, boom. Since the beginning of the game.
I am this world's future.
Let's hope not.
I mean, we get so yeah. There's not much to hugely discuss until we get further in. So, but there's no broadest actual Flash build. So I do like a short snippet of him using his ultimate on Flash.
Their fire smothers easily.
Alright, so
Not mine.
this is our very first full look at Bane. So, I do not pronounce his name, but Bane is voiced by Fred. I'm going to butcher it also, I'm remembering off the top of my head. Tatascore? There's a lot of voice acting, mainly, I would say his big, I wouldn't say breakout role, but I'd say his most recognizable role is Soldier 76 from Overwatch. So we in the first Shattered Alliances trailer, we got a good look at Grodd in front of his army with, it was him, Catwoman, Ivy, Captain Cold, and Bane. So that was a very short snippet. I'll put a link to that analysis that we did. I think it's the first one we did for Injustice 2, also in the description. But this is our first, like, decent game, and even gameplay-wise, look at Bane. So we can see he sort of has again, what I just constantly make fun of, he's got what looks like to be a Venom suit now. And then he's just got, like, some pants on. Because you can't fight superheroes with no pants on. So I'm assuming this is let's scrub back a little bit. So we see a big uppercut, and then it's gonna be a suplex. I'm just gonna say that's Bane's ultimate, definitely.
It is a crucible that tests men's souls.
Yep.
Let's put you on ice.
We got our second reveal. It's Captain Cold. So again, yep, Cold was in that Shattered Alliances Part 1 trailer for a split second, but this is our first gameplay look at Cold. Of course, involving a lot of freezing in place. That looks like it's probably a grapple. I'm gonna go back because the camera was very zoomed in. I want to say it's either a super attack or some sort of grappling. And I can also assume this is going to be his victory animation. Yeah, because the camera is superimposed. You don't even see, well, do you still even see health bars when you're zoomed in for a grapple? I wouldn't think so. Alright, cool. You see him freezing off man over and over again. That's probably his, the slide's probably his entry animation. Yeah. Because we see, again, I'm going to go back one more time. We see me zooming in. We see over here, we see the regime flag, and we can see, obviously, all the crystals in the background. We can assume this is the Fortress of Solitude. So you can see he's fighting Superman. And, yeah, this is definitely in the background. This is the Atomic Cauldron. So it's definitely one of the stages in the Fortress. Well, it's one of the locales in the Fortress of Solitude stage. But I do personally like this wall move.
Finally a shot at the big guy.
This is ultimate. Most definitely. Oh, no, you can't see him yet. Go back. Still the ultimate. Yeah. So this is wall move. It looks like he uses meter burn. I'm going to go back. So basically he erects this wall, It does a little bit of damage to Superman. And then you can see when the particles close in, that always it always signals someone's using a super attack and then using meter burn to enhance it. So I can assume that this wall by itself is a super move, which I'm super interested in. It's very defensive in nature, where it's a construct. So I don't know, I'm interested. Well, Batman has some defensive capabilities. He has his character power, which is the bats, the little mechanical bats that come down. When you press your character power button again, they'll zoom out and hit your opponent, Ula Homan on your opponent. So you use that to sort of keep your distance, extend a combo, things like that. I'm super interested in what this wall is going to do. And I don't know. I just all the possibilities just are running like a million miles through my head right now. So yeah, we see the particles around Captain Cold signifying the meter burn, and of course the meter burn just kicks it in. Well, it kicks it. Looks like it travels a little distance, and I'm assuming once it makes contact with an opponent, it'll shatter like it is. So you can have distance to it, which I like. And this is we saw this is definitely its
Finally,
ultimate.
a shot at the big guy.
This entire slide just ice crash.
You think you inspire fear?
Who's this? It's Scarecrow. Also, I don't know who voices Captain Cold. Okay, so this is our first look at Scarecrow. I haven't been playing. No, I have not been playing Injustice 2. Haha. Fun fact. No, but I haven't been paying attention to the rumor leaks and the roster leaks. I know Scarecrow is one of them though, because I follow a few Injustice streamers and they've talked about it a little bit. So this is Scarecrow. We're gonna play a little bit. He's got a vastly different design than what he previously had in a stage transition in the first game. He looks like a fucking monster. Let's be honest. He has a chain for a lot of these range attacks. That's definitely got to be an ultimate. Also, I like how it's clipping through Harley's hair. So get a good hook in the back. Yeah, it's definitely the ultimate.
Let's explore this terror together.
Let's go back a little bit. Okay, if this is his ultimate, I love it because it'll have the. You can see he used it on Harley, and then her name appears on like this. I was gonna say like chapel gravestone looking thing. I don't know. I just think it's a really nice touch. He's literally burying his opponents. Oh. My computer. Okay, I think it was my computer. Yeah. So I'll play the rest out. I'll scroll back. He was the kick, he's the suplex, he's what? It's probably Scarecrow's grapple or a super move. Cool. So we've seen a lot of Grodd. We haven't seen any more Grodd, let's be honest.
Their fire smothers easily.
Bane.
Not mine.
I don't think we need to go into more detail about Bane. He played a very small role in the first game. It wasn't even. No, it wasn't honestly important. Well, a lot of the villains, at least a lot of the main villains. No, that also doesn't make sense. A lot of the villains that appear in the first game, in the story mode, just appear as an assault on the Justice League's Watchtower and then go away. If they have an Injustice version, it shows up when the main characters go to the Injustice universe. That's about it. Bane was one of the. I'm interested to see his size. Let's get a look at the game side by side. Okay, so he's still pretty big, but he was enormous in the first game. If you've seen any characterization of Bane, you know that he is large and in charge. This version is much more slimmed down. It's not hugely muscular. So I'm interested to see is he still running on Venom? If it's we've seen him in a story cinematic, so hopefully he has some sort of story significance. But there in the comics, I'll say there are a few instances where Bane doesn't use Venom because it does have an addictive effect. But we can clearly see, actually, this is a perfect pause. We can see that his suit glows green, but there's also the one he's wearing. He does wear the gas mask, and two, there is something funneling into the back of his head. So we can agree he's probably still most likely still on Venom. Can Can I get a back shot? I think there's one coming up here when he turns around a little bit. Okay. I can't zoom enhance. Okay, so it looks like he's got a Venom pack on his back. And so one tube goes to his wrist two tubes, one to each wrist gauntlet, and then one to the back of his head, assuming for
It is a crucible.
his Venom injections. Captain Cold I'm super interested in. I feel like he's going to use projectiles as well as being a
Finally, a
defensive
shot at the
character,
big guy.
which I'm super interested in. Being sort of this, I'm not even going to say tank, but just these defensive capabilities, I think, are going to make Cold a bitch to deal with, and I think it's going to be fun. Now let's take a look at Scarecrow, because what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck happened to Scarecrow? Okay, I want to back out. So, in the original Scarecrow, they used a lot of the... Let's go to Google Images. They used a lot of the character models from the Arkham series. So, when you play Arkham Asylum on... Let's look at Scarecrow Arkham Asylum. Yeah, so they use a lot of character models from the Batman Arkham games. So this is Scarecrow. Is that a better look? This is a little much. Let's go back a little. Sorry, that's much better. You can see he's got the. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I just had a lot of gas. Well, that's normal. But he's got the needle hands. He's got the mask, and he's got the creepy Scarecrow. He's got the gas mask, and he also has the Scarecrow mask over his face as well. So you can't really see his actual face. But he's still human under there, don't worry about it. But they use this model for Croc. I'm trying to think who shows up in Arkham Asylum in the first game. Just in the stage, not story-wise. There's Scarecrow, because he's part of the stage transition. There is Killer Croc. I think you see, in the background at least, Two-Face and Penguin. But I don't know, it's just I want to know why Scarecrow looks like this. I'm hope it's a story thing and not just NetherRealm's like, hey, let's redesign this character. Because look at him. One, Scarecrow's never this tall. He's got the the noose. I see the noose. And in the first game, Injustice's version of Solomon Grundy had a noose around his neck. Does somehow Scarecrow get Grundy's power of immortality? Maybe. Just a little theory, just a little some, just a little sprinkles. I'm planting the seeds right now. Okay, because I look at him. He has very much of an undead look to him. He's got the feathers poking out, which for aesthetic reason, I think isn't half bad. But he does look like very much lanky and zombie-like. Or the only thing, and this is probably his victory animation. The only thing I could see making Scarecrow like this, if it wasn't, undead magic, was the fact that Scarecrow works off of fear toxin. But unless he's injected everyone with fear toxin, everyone, he would have to inject fear toxin into everyone for them. God, my words, they're not coming out today. He would need to inject everyone with fear toxin to give him this appearance for everyone. So I feel like it is definitely a physical and not just a, hey, you guys are all hallucinating sort of effect. He's got this very lengthy chain. I wish there was a bit more gameplay for Scarecrow, because this is a reveal of him.
This terror together.
Yeah, let's try it again. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. That was Injustice 2. It's good to be bad. Game. Fun fact, game still coming out May 16th, in case you forgot. Oh my god, Darkseid, we know we can pre-order you. We fucking know. It's happened at the end of every video. It's like, hey, guys, you want to get Darkseid? He's pretty cool. I'm like, no, I fucking know that Darkseid's coming, and I gotta pre-order. Oh yeah. But that's much to it. Oh, the one thing I did not emphasize on, and you know what? We got a Scarecrow shot. I'm gonna work with it. It's fine. Scarecrow is actually being voiced by Robert Englund. the man who was Freddy Krueger, which if we go back to the Arkham Asylum design of Scarecrow, he does have the Freddy Krueger vibe because he has his fear toxin apparatus as needles on his arms, his hand. So, yeah, I can definitely dig it. I am definitely down to clown. Yep, but fun fact, this is still Injustice. If you like these videos, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to tell me possibly how wrong I am in this video about something, because guess what? There's always a flaw. There's always going to be a flaw. You're not going to catch everything. But yeah, you can comment. Let's start a nice conversation. For those of you like me who are like well versed in DC, I definitely want to, before 2 comes out, I definitely want to go back and read all of year 1 through year 5, because I feel like that's such a good comic series, and I feel like I'm gonna need it to prep for Injustice 2 anyway. Whew. And also, if you like us, you can subscribe. This video is coming out March 30th. This trailer came out March 30th, so I'm doing a good thing for one of few times. Don't get used to it. It may not happen again. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.